Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial. Today I am going to show you how you can send emails in Node.js using the Node Mailer package. I will be demonstrating how you can send emails to single recipients, multiple recipients, and also how you can include attachments and embed images in your emails. Sending emails programmatically can be extremely useful, whether you are building a web application, sending notification, or automating certain tasks. So let's get started with how to send email in Node.js using the Node Mailer package. First things first, let's understand what Node Mailer is. Node Mailer is a module for Node.js applications that simplifies the process of sending emails, making it a popular choice among developers. You can easily download and install it using npm or yarn. Now we need to create a Node.js application. So to begin with, we are going to create a folder here. So let me create a folder. I will call this folder send email app. All right. So I'm going to open this folder on my VS Code. So let me open VS Code. All right. So I will drag it and drop. The next thing is to open a new terminal. So here we are going to initialize Node.js on this very folder that we open here. So to do that, I'm going to use npm init dash dash y. All right, as you can see, this process generated package.json file for us. So now when we take a look at this package.json file, as you can see, our main entry file is called index.js, which means we need to create a new file called index.js. All right, so the file is created. So the next step is we need to install Node Mailer package. So to do that, let's come to the terminal. As you can see, this address is pointing to this very folder that we're using, right? So I'm going to type npm install Node Mailer. All right, our package has been installed successfully. So the next thing to do is to require our Node Mailer within our index.js file. Next, we're going to create a function called email handler. It's a synchronous. So, and down here, let's call this function. To send an email using Node Mailer, you need to set up a transporter. Here is how you can do it. So we're going to create a variable called transporter. Node Mailer has a function called create transport. So we're going to assign an object to it. So here, the first thing we need to write is the host. So we are using our Gmail account for this. So right, I'm using a Gmail account. So the host is going to be smtp.gmail.com. Next, the port. So the port we're using here is going to be 465. Next, the auth. So we need to write the first one is the user, and the second one is the password. So the value of user is going to be the email address, the Gmail you want to be using to send email, right? Why the password is going to be the password of your Gmail account. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can get the password. So let's go there. Well, here is the email address I want to make use of. So as you can see, it's called adinova.text@gmail.com. So this is the email address I want to use. So I'll copy it and paste it as a value of user. Now, next, let's go back. To get the password, if you use the password you use when creating your email address, it won't work. So we need to create something that is called app password. And to be able to create that, we need to go to manage your Google account. Let's click on that. So when this opens up, click on security and scroll to two-step verification and click on that. Well, if you have not done your two-step verification, please make sure you do so. Then scroll down to app password. Look at it here. So I will click on that. And here I'm going to write an app name that I want to generate password for. So I'll call it NordMailer and I'll click on create. So as you can see, it's generated password for me. So I will just copy this password and go back to my application and paste it as the value of password. And we are done with that. All right. So we are done with creating the transport. Now that we have our transporter set up, let's send a basic email. You can specify the sender, recipient, subject, and text content of the email as follows. So let's do that. I'll come up here and create a variable called options. And the first key we are going to pass to options is from. So we're going to assign this value. Next, we're going to pass to key. So this two is going to be assigned the recipient email address. So let's see this. All right. So next, we are going to pass the subject. Next, we're going to pass the text message. So text. All right. So we have created the options we'll be needing. So the next thing to do right now is to actually send the email using transporter send email function. So to do that, let's create this a variable called response, and we're going to await this transporter that send mail. Now we're going to pass the options we created here to send mail. All right. So then we're going to console log whatever response we receive. So maybe say this response. All right. So we are done with this. So let's run the code and see the outcome. So to run it, say node index. Okay. Wow. So this is the response we received. So accepted. So it was accepted, which means it was sent successfully. All right. So this is the message ID and that. So we'll look into this later. So I'm going to open this email. I'm going to check the inbox to see if the message was actually sent to it. So let's go there. So as you can see, there is a new message from Adinuba. Yeah, so let me open it. Yeah, so hello, this is a text email. So the message was actually sent to my email, right? So next, I will now demonstrate to you how to send HTML instead of just text. All right, so let's create the HTML template here. All right. All right, we can even add some CSS. Let's add CSS here. All right. So instead of sending this, I'll send HTML to. Now I'll assign the HTML template I created here. This HTML template to it. And let's run the code again and see the outcome. So sent. So let me check my mail again. Okay. Can you see that? It was sent successfully. And as you can see, the H1 that I colored to the red is red. So this one was sent using HTML. Why this one? There's nothing like HTML, just a plain text. So next one, I will now show you how to send to multiple recipients. Because right now, it's only this recipient that can receive a mail, right? So to do that, let's create a variable here. Let's call it receiver emails. So to do that, all we just need to do is to add all the emails we want to send this message to. We all we add all of them here. Um, so you can add as many emails as you want. As you can see, I only added 2 emails. So I'll just copy this and replace this. Now, after replacing, let's run it and see if the message will be sent to both email address. So now index. Yes. So as you can see the response, the message was actually sent to both of them because the 2 emails was accepted. So now let me check the both email and see if the message actually arrived. So as you can see, the message arrived here. Look at it. And the other email address is this one. And let's check it. Look at it here. As you can see, the message was sent to both email address. So this is how to send email to more than one recipient at the same time. Now let's discuss how to add an attachment to this email. So let me create a folder called files. Okay, I will just move these two images. I'll just move them into those files folder. Okay, so we have them now. So to add an attachment, I'll just do this attachment. So the attachment is going to be an array of objects. So the first attachment, the file name will be image1.jpg. Let's specify the path to this file. Okay. So let's add more attachments. You can add as many as you wish. Let's specify a path for it. Okay. All right. So we have two files attached to this email. The program, please correct this. It's attachments. So let's run a program and see if it will be sent. All right. So let me check, refresh. As you can see, the email has been sent, and this is the attachment we have, the image 1 and image 2. Let me open it. So I can now download them. Can you see that? So sometime you would want to embed this image to your email body. So to embed it, for example, let's say we want to embed the second image. So what I would do here is to use a key called CID. So CID is just a unique ID. So you can just write any unique thing here, any unique whatsoever. All right. So now let's come here. Let's create an image tag. Okay. So the XRC will be equal to CID. Then the whatever ID you wrote here, let's just copy it and paste here. So you might also want to add width. Let's say the width should be something like 250 pixels. It's fine. All right. So this it will embed the second image on my email body. So let's run it and see what will happen. All right. So come back and refresh this. Okay. So the second message has arrived. So let's open. So as you can see, this second one, it was not just attached. The file was not just attached to it; it was embedded within the email, right? So this is how it's been done. So we hope you have learned something in this tutorial. Please do well to subscribe, comment, share, and enable the notification so that whenever I release new video, you will be the first to get notified. Thank you for watching.